Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my March favorites, and this lipstick is not a favorite. I bought this NYX High Voltage lipstick in Playdate because I wanted to find a lipstick specifically that was this color, that was pigmented, because I have a couple lipsticks that are this color, but they're not like wham in your face pigmented like this. They're more sheer, and I don't think I'm not really enjoying this color. I even pulled a shirt out of my closet to do the whole matchy thing, and yeah, not digging it. Uh, you got to try different stuff once in a while, and you never know. I could have loved it. I thought it was going to be nice for spring, even though it's been snowing for the last 2 days, and it's like 20 something degrees outside, going down into the teens tonight, but I wanted to do my makeups in colors springy, but yeah, I don't think I like this color lipstick. Just way too far out of my comfort zone. And I like to try new things, but yeah, so that's not a favorite. Okay, so what are my favorites? My favorites are my Real Techniques makeup brushes. I have been just appreciating the heck out of these, and I find myself reaching for them more and more. And when I first started on YouTube, I was so all about like the MAC brushes, which are pretty expensive. And MAC brushes, for the most part, are natural animal hair. They're starting to come out with more and more synthetic brushes now. I've noticed. I was looking at the new stuff on the website, and they're starting to come out with a lot of synthetic brushes. Is there an echo in here? But yeah, I think they're starting to realize that synthetic brushes actually work better, I think, with your makeup than animal hair ones do. And all the Real Techniques brushes are cruelty-free synthetic bristles. And the thing with those types of bristles is they pick up just the right amount of product. So you're less likely to overdo it and put too much makeup on at one time. It seems to pick up just that right amount, and then you can just blend it out. So I pulled out what are my 3 favorite brushes. For applying foundation, you cannot beat the Expert Face Brush. I was like, oh no, what's the name of it? The Expert Face Brush is just so awesome for blending your foundation. Love that. And then the sculpting brush is incredible for contouring your face. I like to apply like a streak of my contour product and then turn the brush sideways and blend it like that. This used to be only part of a limited edition set, but it is now available individually. So if you've looked into this before and thought that you couldn't get it, you can get it individually now. I bought mine when it was part of a set. And then the buffing brush, I really enjoy this for blush because I like to buff my blush right above my contour line. So this is so awesome for blush because of the way I apply my blush. So these are my 3 favorites that I wouldn't ever want to be without, but I do use more than that, but I have other things that I want to talk about besides that. The only thing I want to say about Real Techniques brushes, the Bold Metals collection, they're gorgeous to look at, but I don't feel as if that bristle material that they use works as well as the brushes in their less expensive line. These are like duo fiber brushes, and they work fantastic with any kind of product. But whatever it is that they're using on those Bold Metals brushes, I don't know, I just don't feel like they work quite as well as the ones in the less expensive lines. So I would say don't spend the extra money for those because, in my opinion, these are better. Okay, let's talk about face primer. If you look in the description box of my videos, most of the time, you will see listed the e.l.f. Mineral Primer, and this is the clear one. I love this. I have very, very little left in this. I expect this to run out any day now. And I purchased the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer to replace it because this is fairly new and I wanted to try it, but love the clear. Have very high expectations for the new one that has like a bluish tint to the bottle, but this should be great for me because I have dry, more mature skin. So I'm expecting this to be awesome, but haven't opened it yet, obviously, still in the box. But if you have, really, I feel like this clear one would work with any type of skin. It just seems to like self-adjust to what you need it to be. So this is a great primer and definitely one of my favorites, and has served me well for a very long time. So it's surprising how long the bottle lasts, considering it's only it's like half an ounce of product in there, but lasts quite a long time. One pump is all you need to do your whole face. Next thing I'm going to talk about is something that a lot of you have said you've gone out and bought and you love it and you're so happy with it, and I'm so happy that you're so happy because it was on my recommendation, because I've never heard anyone on YouTube talk about this product. This is the Femme Couture Get Flawless Skin Tone Corrector in pink, and this is what I use on my dark circles as a color corrector, and then I set it with the Wet n Wild Take on the Day Mattifying Powder. And I just press some of this with a sponge into this. These are both great. They work great together, but I know a lot of you went out and bought this. I would recommend this for anyone with fair to light skin. If you have medium or dark skin, this is not going to be the direction you want to go. But for anyone with fair to light skin, this is a godsend. Now, you're probably looking at me, if you're new, thinking, but I can clearly see your dark circles. Well, if you're new, watch one of my Get Ready With Me videos or tutorials or whatever you want to call them, and you will see that the before and after, there is just no contest. I mean, it makes a huge difference is what I'm trying to say. So I just take this and just put it in the dark circle and then press some of this powder on top. And I feel like this particular powder works really well with it. And even though it has the word mattifying in the title, don't be afraid of that if you have dry skin, because it does not dry out your skin, because it's one of those silicone type powders that's really finely milled, and just it's not gonna emphasize wrinkles or dry out your skin or anything like that. Now, I use the one that has the word Fergie in the title, and I do already have a backup of this because I thought it was being discontinued, but really all they did was they repackaged it and took the word Fergie out. So this is still available. It just doesn't have, I think they did away with their association with Fergie. You won't be seeing her name on any of the products anymore. That contract has ended, I guess. But yeah, so this powder pressed lightly over this corrector, great for covering dark circles, even though you can still see my dark circles. I mean, my dark circles are bad, bad, bad. So this is the best thing I found. I don't use concealer anymore. I just use a corrector and set it with powder, and that's it. And that's the best that I can do without getting fillers or something like that. Okay, my next favorite is the new Tarte Double Duty Beauty Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation. Yay, I got the title right. I got a sample of this from Ulta. I had bought some Tarte products, and when I did that, I got a free sample of this new foundation, and I love it. I have so many foundations, and now the other ones are going to get neglected, but I love this. It comes in a beautiful, beautiful glass jar, and it's a cream foundation. It's not a liquid. But this just works really well. I love the finish. I don't set it with a powder because I have dry, more mature skin. And so I don't set my foundation with a powder because it just dries out my skin even more. This is a full coverage foundation, but it won't aggravate your dry skin. So you don't need to set it with a powder. And it is super concentrated. So if you are contemplating trying this, when you put it on, use the smallest amount that you possibly can. I take my ring finger and just very lightly touch the product, and then I do like one dot here, one dot here, one dot there, one dot there, one dot there, and then blend it in with that Real Techniques brush. And that's all I need to do my whole face. This is gonna last forever. Kind of pricey because it's from the higher end side of Ulta, but you need so little that I think this is gonna last a long, long time. You get 1 fluid ounce in the jar. It looks like more because of the packaging, but it's just the standard 1 fluid ounce that you normally get from any foundation. And I love it. I love it. I love the packaging. I love the formula. I love the finish. The color range I thought was going to be too yellow for me. So if you have my type of coloring, don't think that there isn't going to be anything that's going to work for you, because I'm in the shade light neutral, and when you look at this, it looks way yellow for my skin. But when it's blended in, it's fine. It looks good. Actually matches my MAC foundation in NW20 perfectly. So if you're NW20 in MAC and you think, oh, you know, there isn't anything in this Tarte line that I can wear, NW20 equals light neutral in Tarte. And they even, if you're lighter than me, they even have 2 shades lighter than this. So, yeah, they have a lot of shades to pick from. Okay, so those are my beauty favorites. Now I have some non-beauty favorites to share with you. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not going to do my Netflix picks videos anymore because there just wasn't enough interest in those to justify doing a whole video about them. So, but in case you were one of those people that watched those videos, I'm still watching NCIS. We're on season 4 now. We watch 1 episode every night. Really love that show, and if you've never seen it and you have Netflix, check it out, start from the beginning, and you will fall in love with all the characters on the show. They're very, very endearing people, either endearing or amusing, one of the two. So still enjoying NCIS. And then I have a magazine recommendation. In case you don't know and you're new, I'm a magazine junkie. I subscribe to so many magazines that it's ridiculous. I love them. I have very short attention span. I used to read books, and now I read magazines instead. I don't know. I just don't have a good attention span. So I love to read magazines. I also like to look at them for inspiration for makeup. You know, sometimes you'll see a picture in a magazine and go, I'd like to try that. And then, you know, look to see what products they use and that sort of thing. So I like it for that. I like it for product information. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be one magazine out there that is dedicated solely to makeup, other than Makeup Artist Magazine. And that's more the theatrical side of things, not really for the consumer so much as it is for professionals. So I pretty much have to take bits and pieces from other types of like women's magazines or beauty magazines, or unfortunately those kind of magazines deal mostly with fashion and less with makeup. So you have to take the bits that you can find. So anyways, I subscribe to a ton of magazines. My mom also subscribes to a ton of magazines. And then what we do is we trade off. We read the magazines that we subscribed to, and then we switch. So it costs us half the money. So anyways, I picked this up at the store. And I've seen this magazine before. And I was particularly impressed with this particular issue that I picked up, so much so that I sent in the little card that comes with it, and I'm going to be subscribed to this from now on. And it is Nylon magazine. Now, this is a magazine that's geared towards younger people, probably like teens and 20s. I'd say 20s. And maybe college age is probably their target audience, but I don't care what their target audience is. I really enjoyed this particular issue because it had a lot of very artistic, editorial, creative type makeup looks in it. And I take inspiration from that. Obviously, I'm not afraid to take chances with my makeup. So if you like to see things that are a little more cutting edge with makeup, I highly recommend checking this magazine out. Plus, it's also like a pop culture magazine. So obviously, they have Nicki Minaj on the cover. So there will be music information. And the thing that surprised me the most about this, oh, they also have fashion in there too. But the thing that surprised me most about this is when it comes to YouTube and people of YouTube, I very rarely see anything in magazines about people who have beauty channels on YouTube. This particular issue had not one, but two full interviews with glossy photos of two YouTube beauty people. So I was like, wow, because usually you see like a little blip somewhere in a little corner of a page in a magazine, but two full-length interviews with pictures of two beauty YouTubers. And I'm sure now you're going to wonder who they are. Jeffree Star and Gigi Gorgeous. I hope I'm saying that. Is it Gigi or Gigi? That Gigi doesn't sound right. Gigi Gorgeous. Anyway, those two people have beauty channels here on YouTube. Jeffree Star started off as a music person, and now he's all about his cosmetic line. And Gigi, that's how you say it. Not Gigi and not Gigi. It's Gigi. Yeah, all right, finally. Third time's the charm. Gigi Gorgeous started off with a beauty channel and then went on a journey of transgender, changing sexes, all that type of thing. And now he is a she. But she is gorgeous. More beautiful than a woman who was born a woman, I would say. You know, he/she puts us all to shame. Anyway, yeah, so those two people were interviewed for this magazine separately, two separate articles with big glossy pictures. And so, yeah, I was so surprised by that I said, okay, now this is a magazine that I want to subscribe to. And last but not least, I have a food recommendation for you. If you love pizza, and come on, who doesn't love pizza? But you don't really always want to go out for it, and you would love to make pizza at home. If you like thin crust pizza, that's what I love. I can't stand deep dish pizza. Too much bread. I like thin crust pizza. And it's not always easy to find when you go out. I don't have to go out for it anymore. I can make it at home now, thanks to, of all people, Dollar Tree. If you shop at Dollar Tree, look for this and thank me later. This is the Golden Home Bakery Products Ultra Thin Pizza Crust. $1. And makes a delicious thin crust pizza. Here's what I do just quickly because I know we're running late on time here. I take a pizza pan, and I have one of those ones that has holes on the bottom that's like aerated, and I put, you know, just open this package, put this on the pizza pan, take a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit, and kind of smear it on top of this crust. Then I take my favorite spaghetti sauce. This is supposed to be quick, so I don't always make it from scratch. Sometimes I just open a jar. I have one that I love, but I don't think you would be able to find it because it's not something that's at a lot of stores. But anyways, just take your favorite jarred spaghetti sauce and then put like a very thin coating of that, because if you don't put a thin coating on a thin crust pizza, it's going to make it soggy and it's not going to cook right. So just very lightly put a layer of sauce. Then I put oh, by the way, I buy the sauce that I buy. It has garlic and onion already in it, so handy, quick. Then I take some oregano and sprinkle that on top of the sauce. And then I put shredded mozzarella cheese and sprinkle some of that on top of that. And then I slice some fresh mushrooms and put fresh mushroom slices on top. Bake it in a 425 oven for 12 minutes. Perfect. You will have the most delicious thin crust pizza, just like going to a restaurant. And yeah, I happened to be at Dollar Tree one day. Now, normally I just go and look at the makeup at Dollar Tree. And don't forget, by the way, speaking of Dollar Tree, the Milani Bella Eyes eyeshadows are all there now. And I'm so PO'd because I paid full price for those when they first came out, and now if I hadn't bought them then, I could have got them for $1 now at Dollar Tree. Anyway, I digress. So anyways, yeah, I was walking around looking at all different stuff at Dollar Tree, and I saw this and I was like, I wonder how that is. And it says you can also do it on a grill, but I think that'd be a little tricky. I would stick to the oven. But yeah, I bought one of these, and now I wouldn't be without them, because if you need something quick, you can whip this together in no time at all. And it doesn't have to be put in the refrigerator. Just store it at room temperature and it will last for months at room temperature with no refrigeration. So that's my food recommendation, because I love pizza and I love to have something that I can just whip together fast if I need a quick and easy meal, Sometimes you need stuff like that. And like I said, who doesn't love pizza? And you won't get any complaints from anybody that you're serving this to, because it is delicious if you make it just like I said. Yeah, don't put a lot of sauce or a lot of cheese though, because it's just a thin crust, so you don't want to overwhelm it or make it soggy. All right, guys, that is it. That is my March favorites, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.